I've heard you speak at different times about something called the Continuum of Giving. And I wanted to ask what that means and sort of what that means for development, if you will.
Certainly, Alan. Well, I think we're at this critical nexus in which the private sector in all forms, individuals, corporations, foundations, have a much greater role to play in global development than we've ever even thought of. We've thought normally of generosity and philanthropy of being tax-deductible giving in the United States, but really I think what it's about is private sector philanthropy, investments, business solutions, and for me that's that continuum of giving, which is not always purely philanthropic, but should be all about development and global impact.
And what's Global Impact doing on this continuum? What are some initiatives you're working on?
Well, Global Impact, we work with both corporations and with NGOs, and we've become very passionate about the individual donor and believe that just as we've heard today, that there's an opportunity to democratize technology, to democratize governance and public policy. I think there's also an opportunity to democratize giving and to put the same tools into the hands of every person regardless of their status or of their wealth so that they can also contribute to a better world. And technology has really helped this situation because as you know, you can now give to many things through technology-based platforms, but we believe that you can also now have the same tools as any foundation through technology. And so we've launched a program called the Grow Fund, which is every single person has their own foundation regardless of how much they want to put in, $1 or a penny, and it immediately connects their philanthropy not only to their strategic interests and their issues, but also to their investments.
I'm going to get a bit ambitious here, which is shift up to the giving pledge, which is the billionaires giving, I believe, half of their money away to philanthropic causes. Could there be something like that for you and me, for your average person, and could it possibly succeed?
Absolutely, and that's where I think we need to think about charity and giving very differently. Is we need to realize that it becomes a part of how we will leave a legacy in the world. And so when you think about that giving pledge, it was about those individuals making a commitment to be strategic in their philanthropy and to plan for their philanthropy in their lifetime and not just leave it for future generations or to do it because it was somebody asked them to, but instead about how they would make a difference. And I think that a program like Grow Fund gives every single person a chance to not only be strategic, but to be able to plan for their philanthropy. And that's really what I think you're alluding to is everybody taking a giving pledge is about everybody planning for their philanthropy just like they plan for their 401k. All of us could save for retirement because we care about what's going to happen to us, right? But probably we wouldn't if we didn't have a disciplined approach of a 401k, because at the very least we know that it has a chance to grow. And then at some point in time, there's also an opportunity to match. And I think that philanthropy has to be the same. You have to believe that it can grow and that you can be strategic and that you could also join others.